kind of.
All right.
I want to play Skylanders.
What?
I'm actually really excited to play
You're excited to play Skylanders?
Skylander, man.
Well,
All right.
I have read it on my phone, and it'll send me emails. Apparently, there was someone leaked that there's a U2 Skylanders collab happening soon.
Like the band U2?
No, U2s like
U2s.
Yeah, like the little figurines.
Oh.
Yeah, they're doing a collab soon apparently.
Interesting.
Which I was like, that is so on time with us doing Skylander.
I'm also kind of surprised that hasn't been a thing. Like making a figure of some of them like that.
Well, Skylanders happened so long ago before like all that stuff, and U2's kind of goes after like U2's and Funko Pop. They kind of go after stuff that's like popular, you know. Yeah. U2's is more niche. Comes to their stuff
because U2's does like all like a bunch of the YouTube creators and like stuff like that.
Yeah, and like just like I even found a U2's for like remember from SpongeBob, the little cockroach sitting at the table eating a Krabby Patty.
Oh yeah,
they have one of those.
Yep,
they have one of those.
Yep.
Yeah, they're just niche like that. Hey guys, welcome back to Time to Go with Will and Nick.
I'm talking about how I want to play Skylanders.
Yep. Those videos are probably going to be out maybe by the time this episode's out. I was thinking about releasing them like every day, just consecutively.
Yeah, and I said every week. So we're actually going to have
that'd be like a month and a half.
We're going to have a WrestleMania level Texas death match about that, and whoever wins gets to have their way.
We could do every other day.
I'm going to stone cold stunner your ass, and I'm going to beat you.
Okay. All right.
I'm WrestleMania brain still. I'm sorry.
But yeah, I didn't. I was like 15 years later. All of a sudden.
15 years later?
Well, I'm just saying like 15 years later, all of a sudden Skylanders are coming back.
Oh, yeah.
But it's like I haven't seen much of people really doing Skylanders except for literally us.
I haven't seen anything about Skylanders.
I don't know why all of a sudden they do a collab.
Not that we're the ones pioneering this collab.
Yeah, not like we're the ones that
great as that would be, because we would be making money.
Yeah, and the videos aren't even out yet. So like it's this.
Someone implanted a bug in the room and saw that we were doing that, and they're like, "Oh shit, we have to do this before they get their shit out."
They saw me holding, they see me holding one little Skylander, and they're like, "Oh yeah, let's just go and copy them.
Let's just do this." I hope it's real.
I hope it, dude. I'd buy the shit out of them.
Because Reddit leaks.
Yeah.
I think notoriously are like either directly on point or they're just straight up lies. So. We'll see which one we get.
We'll see which one it is.
Yeah.
But, man, I remember wasn't too long ago, someone was talking about Skylanders and how someone's making their own Skylanders game.
Yeah.
But it's, like, digital. So, in the sense, like, you can get the portal, you can hook it up to your computer, and you can put your characters on the portal, and it copies their data into the game. So you don't
have to put them back on there.
You don't have to put them back on the portal, and you just have a character menu select. Like character selection.
That's interesting.
I think that would be cool.
I think you should do that, and you also still have the function where if you do put them on the portal, it still switches to that.
Yeah, like
because that's the fun in
it. Like if I still have like this Wii and this thing still works, I'm probably gonna put my kids on it.
Yeah,
probably gonna be like, hey guys, play some of the shit that I grew up playing. Like
I'm gonna battle test my kids in the Mario Kart Wii fields.
I will scar my relationship with them over Mario. That's like a canon event in every family.
I'm gonna teach them a life lesson. How it's not all sunshines and rainbows. Because Papa's gonna beat you sometimes.
Play Mario Kart 2099. That's worth $500.
They didn't increase the price on it.
So that whole $90 thing was confirmed. So the
the $90 thing isn't true.
Okay.
They thought that for like a day or two. It's not true. And then they pulled the pre-orders from the U.S. and Canada.
Yeah. Because
of this, and then they ended up the Switch and like the bundle itself didn't go up, but like some of the accessories did. But even they went up like $5. And also it's like the Nintendo Switch camera went from 50 to 55.
Okay.
But it's like, who in the first place is buying that, right?
Yeah.
We're still yet to see if they did some shit where it's like, oh, you can't use any other camera and you can only use ours.
Yeah.
But even then, I'm like, no one's buying that shit.
Yeah.
No one's buying that one.
Nintendo's not that
guess
deep.
what?
Like,
They made a cool piranha plant one that like opens and closes, and it's cheaper.
wait, is it its own sold separately like thing?
Yeah, I think so. It's like a different version of the camera, and it's cheaper. So the quality must be worse if it's cheaper because it's way cooler.
It's not even going to be 1080p, dude. It's going to be like 720.
Yeah.
Like,
oh yeah, and I think it's like $30, and I'm like, damn, I kind of want to buy that because that looks cool as shit. Because it's a piranha plant camera.
yeah, I mean,
like that's
cool.
kind of hype.
Yeah,
but like, yeah, no, who's buying that? Like the charging grip for like the Joy Cons. I'm like, who buys that? You can charge them on your. I've like playing just on my own. They've never run out of battery. I'm like, how would you need that,
dude? I feel like we're approaching a point where like gaming consoles and companies, we're getting to a point where it's like, who really cares? And more people are probably going to Steam.
Yeah. Well, have you seen it? It's like PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo all just shoot themselves in the foot like over and over again, and Steam does nothing and wins.
Yeah, Steam. Well, not only is like Steam is obviously meant for PCs and all that stuff, so it's like the most universal like game software you could ever think of.
Yep.
But then it's also like almost anyone can upload their game to Steam, and so it's like, why don't Xbox? Like, I just don't understand. I feel like what would be the more appropriate thing to do would be have like Xbox, which even then it kind of dismantles the purpose of having an Xbox or like all that stuff. I was just thinking like, what if you have like just an overlay app on your computer where it's like, okay, let me go on my Xbox stuff, and then then it's like the Xbox home screen or whatever, but it's on your computer.
Yeah.
And then you can just select your games through Steam that are more Xbox inclined. And you kind of do it. It's like they already kind of have that, but it's not connected to Steam. It's like
it's its own thing. It's like its own like their Xbox PC Game Pass or whatever the hell.
Yeah, and like EA has their own thing as well for it that I had to get, but then I had to learn the hard way that you don't transfer your data, which is some bullshit.
EA is annoying, bro.
It like
EA is fucking annoying.
They announced a new Star Wars game. They're doing anything but Battlefront 3.
Fuckers. They just did the Outlaws, didn't they?
I completely forgot that game existed.
Yeah, and I wanted to play it. I still do kind of want to play it. Like, it looks fun.
I thought about it, and I was just like, oh.
I will at some, like, it'll be, like, half off at some point in the future, and I'll buy it and play it. But, like...
Yeah, it's going to be half off in, like, the next, like, 4 months, probably.
Yeah, well, that's fine.
That's
better than Nintendo does. Yeah. Fucking, if you want to go and buy Breath of the Wild, a game available on the Wii U, by the way. That's where it, like, launched. Still $60.
They gotta get their money, dude.
Come on,
dude. They're broke. They don't make as much money.
Oh, and also you have it, and now you get to pay $20 for the Nintendo Switch 2 version of it.
Nintendo's the only one that has made a good like. We're gonna hold true to our saying of like our IPs are staying on our consoles,
and they will always do that.
Whereas like
they will always do that.
Like PlayStation is like, well, okay, we'll send it over to Steam.
Yeah.
So that PC players can do it, but it's like no, they're like no, we're staying, and it's like I can at least respect that.
Oh yeah.
That they're at least wanting to, but I just feel like we're gonna get to a point, man, where consoles are gonna become obsolete, and everyone's just gonna be like, just give me a computer, just give me a Steam computer where I can play. Like probably like 8 times as many games as I want.
Yeah.
Is it just aesthetics now?
I don't know. I think there's always going to be a market for consoles, in one way or another. As alive or dead as it is, there will be.
Like I'm just
like
gonna
there's
get
always
going
to be a market for Nintendo consoles.
Like
at some point, but again, you're right though. I think
because with PCs,
they're shooting themselves in the foot.
Yeah,
right.
Like, you gotta pay. You gotta pay for a membership. Yep. You gotta pay on top of that.
The online thing is crazy.
Yeah, like to be online.
So crazy.
Whereas on computer, you can literally just like get a game, and then if you have good Wi-Fi.
Yep.
And then if you have Discord.
Yeah.
which is a free application that you can use.
Even if you don't want to use Discord, you can still use in-game voice chat and online capabilities for free.
Well, I saw that Xbox and PlayStation added Discord to their thing, but I don't know if you have to pay a subscription.
I don't know
to do that, which that would kind of be fucked because like
I can't imagine you would need to. I can't. I can go and check this like for myself at home. I probably should because like it's been like I see the thing every now and then when I boot it up and I'm like I don't. I haven't used it on there anymore, so I should check it out maybe. But no, I know what you mean. But there's also going to be because this is a guy in the world that's like, that just had like, got like an N64, like a GameCube or something as a kid.
Yeah.
And he just buys every Nintendo console when it comes out because he just likes the games on there. And maybe if I'm that guy and you're talking to me like, oh, did you play the fucking like new Halo or Call of Duty? I'm like, I just got a Nintendo. Like that's just my thing.
Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with it.
No, it's also like a solo. It's like Nintendo games are more like solo player rather than like a battle royal or something, which is what I like. Like I like my solo games or whatever, or single player.
Yeah.
But no, and I mean the fact it still to me makes sense that it's more expensive, like the Nintendo Switch 2. Maybe 450 is a little overkill.
That's like the price of an Xbox, right?
Yeah, but it still blows my mind that there's a Nintendo console that's like getting on that level right now. Mm-hmm. Like that price level, that kind of like 120 FPS and 4K whatever. Like it blows my mind that there's a Nintendo console that can do that now.
See, my thing is like PCs are probably just better for the long run because it's like, sure, you're probably going to be spending a little bit more money
to actually get it.
And like have a monitor and stuff. But then like a PC can last you like
that's the other thing.
Whereas like consoles,
my Xbox One wrote it out and it still works, but I'm like, damn, College Football 25 only on next gen, and that's what made me switch.
Yeah.
And more things need to. This is a completely different thing, but there's a lot of games series, especially like the sports ones, like NHL, Madden, whatever, that are just, even the WWE game is like they're just dragging out being on the old console. And I'm like, you're limiting yourself in what you can do and make for the new one. And I'm like, it's been like 4 or 5 years since these have come out, right?
Yeah.
Like, just switch it already. It's been enough time.
I think the perfect model would be ditch having like a console, like I got a PlayStation behind me. Ditch the console, make an application. Which Xbox has basically done that. They've basically done that, but
Xbox
also
is definitely going in a direction similar to that.
Like people are gonna realize that having an Xbox is like that thing's gonna work 3-5 years maybe. And
longer if you take care of it.
I had like my Xbox. I got it when I was in 6th grade, and I stopped using it my junior year or so. And it was just because that thing sounded like it was going to explode every single time I turned it on.
My Xbox One S that I got I've been very lucky with like consoles and stuff like that not breaking. Because like my Xbox One S that I got when I was in 5th grade, I haven't played in a while now because I got the Series X, but I could hook that thing up and I could boot it up and it would still be fine. A little slow, right? Obviously, but like it's still fine. My Wii still works. My Nintendo Switch Joy-Cons, which I think are like infamous for being the worst drifters out there, have never drifted a single time. And my brand new Xbox, not brand new, but like my newer one that I got with my Series X or whatever, is drifting now. So,
see, I wonder. Here's what I would do. Okay, if I were these people, if I were the people in charge. Okay, get rid of the console, do the application on the computer, but it's only specific to your games. So like you have the Xbox game launcher or whatever, where you can only buy games that are exclusive to Microsoft IPs.
Yeah.
Those are on that computer. Don't make people pay for a online fee because you're basically just on a computer already.
Yeah.
And people will just talk through Discord. Mm-hmm. Like, easy way to get around that. And then just literally, like, PlayStation do the same thing. Make your own little application where your IPs, and same with Nintendo and whoever else has their own little IP thing. Mm-hmm. Just do that. And it's like, yeah, it's going to be more little app things, but it's like, people are probably going to spend more money because, one, you're probably putting more time and effort towards making better games, more and better games, because you're not sending people to make a whole new console that's like maybe like
yeah. Well, that's the other thing, because the ones come out every however many years apart, and a PC is a PC. You know,
just
you can upgrade them, right? But like
you can even make the Xbox PC, dude. Like the Xbox laptop. Yeah. The X-Top. I don't know. Like, the
X-Top sounds not good.
Or the lap box, or like, I don't know. Like, start making computers.
Yeah.
People will probably do that, and then you still kind of get this whole like Xbox versus PlayStation computers and all that kind of shit. But I mean, like, yeah, they're technically already computers, but they're not computers.
Though. Yeah.
So it's like,
I don't know. We'll see. I mean, at the end of the day, they're still console companies. And we'll see where they go, right?
Are they console or are they game companies?
Well, not console. They're game companies.
Yeah.
Right, but that utilize console gaming over PC gaming. Yeah. So,
like, that's the only way that you can reach people that do have PCs. Because people that have PCs are probably not going to get consoles.
No.
And it's like, the only reason why I have like the PlayStation is so I can play like Spider-Man, Wolverine, and it's like, those are very few games. If those came out on my computer, then like,
you'd be playing them on there.
I would be playing them on there.
Yep.
So maybe that's the only grab for getting consoles, but it's like, it just it pisses me off that that's the only way that I can do that.
Yeah.
Until I wait like a year or two later for them to come out.
I completely know what you mean. And there's still like, I like my controller, which I know you can still use it for a computer. I can hook that shit up to my phone and play Lego Star Wars with it. Right, or my iPad, but like, I like my consoles. That's just what I fucking grew up with, and I just like it.
Yeah.
But I'm also not like that, like, hardcore of a gamer either, you know?
Yeah. I hooked up my Xbox to the computer, but like Bluetooth.
Yeah.
And a whole new like application started.
Yeah.
Steam has an Xbox game layout. Like application, so
really?
It acts like a home screen for a completely. It's like
your 360 you hooked up to it, or your one?
Just like the controller, the controller via Bluetooth.
Oh,
and all of a sudden it's like,
and that brought it up.
Yeah, it's like, yo, we got a new game. It's like it took my games from my Steam library and completely reorganized and gave me a new layout as if it's like a console.
That's super cool.
And I was able to control it with my controller.
That's super cool.
But it only activates if you have a controller.
Okay.
I didn't know that. Like, I
didn't know. That's super cool.
Like, I was testing it out. It's a new thing because I've used my controller on that computer before, and it just didn't. So I hooked it up again after a while, and it was like, yo, let me give you like a whole new layout to make shit look fresh.
Wow. Does it look like an Xbox homepage, or it's just like
it looks like a game console homepage?
Okay.
That's what it looks like.
Okay. Wow.
Not like casual Steam.
Okay. Interesting.
I had no idea it did that.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
I was impressed with that.
Cool, man.
Cool. Did you see the whole Katy Perry women stuff?
The fucking space mission?
Yeah.
Bro, what are you doing? I don't want to say advocate because my voice ain't doing shit in Congress or whatever, but I'm like, all the people that always complain about like the space stuff, right? I'm like, it is so little of a budget to explore something that we know nothing about, or not nothing, but like we know so little about. And I've always been like a huge, like, you know, we need to be doing shit like this, right? What the fuck was that? What the hell was that?
Rich people.
And I mean, bro, and it's like, you know, the whole thing was supposed to be like a woman empowerment thing, right?
Yeah.
Which I think is great. I like women. Okay? What the hell did that do for women empowerment?
I guess just say that they can
do it. Okay.
But we've had.
How about you have a women in STEM that are actually in this field doing shit like that instead of Katy Perry?
I think I have a controversial take when it comes to some of this stuff. When it's like,
tell me now,
all the empowerment. I think it's like, are we not past the whole like, oh, let's specifically highlight that? Like, have we proven that women can do this?
Yes, but
I'm not mad that it's like, I'm not like, oh, it's all women. I'm not like, yeah, it's cool that they did that. I'm just kind of like, why are we highlighting this so much?
I know what you mean, but there's also people that don't want to accept that still.
Yeah, like it's just, I feel like
and there's still a lot of like, I think there's still a lot of times that young girls like don't want to get into a field like that because they think they can't or whatever. So I think stuff like this is great, but send someone in the field to do it.
Yeah, why is Katy Perry going into space, dog? Like, who?
And you know what? You can send Katy Perry with the people that do it.
I like Katy Perry's music.
Sure.
The fuck she know about space?
You can send her with the people that do it. I don't think anyone on that thing does anything like that, right?
Yeah, I don't like... No, I don't think they do. I don't think any of them are like space people, like work at NASA or SpaceX or any of that. And also, it was
just
like
in STEM, like in general, you know.
Who sent them? What specific company?
It was Jeff Bezos's Blue Origin.
Yeah, I forgot that he has.
And also, I think it was in the penis rocket, right?
Yeah, it was in the penis rocket.
It's just undercuts everything again.
Like
that thing's ugly, dude.
I understand wanting, like, I feel like we're gonna watch people go from, we're gonna watch all these billionaires get these space like rocket companies, and you have like Elon that's more towards like advancements, like going to different planets and all this stuff, and then you'll get
having to go to Mars.
The blue whatever Bezos's thing. What was it? Blue
Origin. I think that's what it's called. Yeah.
That's going to be more like commercial flight.
That's
like
all for show.
It's all going to be for show, which I think it'll be interesting to be like, hey, we're gonna take a flight to Japan or like really long flights, and we're gonna basically go to space for be on the edge of space, and then kind of counter clockwise Earth rotation or whatever. Have very little resistance and get there faster. I can only see that being like the good thing about it.
But also it's Jeff Bezos's rocket, and he doesn't like poor people.
Exactly. So like,
not happening.
Neither does his ex-wife. That is also a billionaire. Well, he is still a billionaire after getting. It's just like we're getting to the point where just commercial space flights are about to become a thing,
which is sick, right?
It's dope as hell.
It's dope as hell, but like none of us are going to be able to do it.
Yeah, it's
not in the foreseeable future, at least.
Unless they have some other energy efficient thing to where it's like we don't got to pay as much because they're trying to offset the cost for like fuel.
Yeah.
So like, would I do it? Hell yeah! But it's like, man, I feel like we're a little bit past the whole like.
It also only lasted. It lasted under 30 seconds, right, or something like ridiculous like that, or they were like only in space for however long. Like it did not last.
Didn't Katy Perry like start singing "It's a Wonderful World" or whatever up there?
Maybe. And she also, I think it was her that like she came back and like kissed the ground. Like she was one of those astronauts that was stuck up on the ISS for months and months.
Like you got a right to do that. Like I'm just okay. It's cool that they did it. They're rich. They can spend their money however they want.
Yeah.
I just don't think that like
send someone up that's gonna make a goddamn difference in it.
Yeah,
do something productive.
It's like sending Kermit to Mars.
Yeah.
What is that going to prove?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Okay, this is completely off topic. Well, it's not completely off topic. Have you seen the YouTube video entitled "What if Big Bird was on the Challenger rocket when it exploded"?
Yes, that was like a thing, right?
Yes,
that was like a thing they were thinking?
That I think almost happened, right?
Yeah. Was that also going to be the flight with all the teachers?
That was the flight with the teacher.
That was the flight with the teacher?
Oof. I think it was.
Dude.
I shouldn't, because I watched that video. I don't remember everything that happened with it. I'm pretty sure that was the flight with the school teacher, right? I don't remember what her name was. We could look it up, man. Yeah, no.
That would have been.
You know what? Sending Kermit to space would be hype.
Sending
because you can do something like that.
Sending science teachers to space just means more than sending Katy Perry. I'm sorry, but like it just does.
What if you sent Bill Nye to space?
That would mean great. More. That would mean more.
Yeah.
Because this guy actually works around it.
People like Bill Nye.
And people like Bill Nye. I mean, people also like Katy Perry.
But like, yeah, no.
People like Bill Nye more, probably.
Yeah.
Like, it's just...
Maybe not. I don't know.
I can't really name a Katy Perry song off the top of my head just because it's been so long since I've really...
Firework?
Was that her Miley?
I don't fucking remember.
Miley did Wrecking
Ball. I don't know. I like white girl music, but I can't name who did each song.
Exactly. Like it's
I'm really bad with remembering stuff like that.
I know a Lady Gaga song when I hear it, but a lot of white girl music to me it just sounds the same.
Poker Face.
Yeah, like Poker Face is like so iconic, but then it's like you have other.
I know it's Lady Gaga,
but like it's just.
Do what you got. Send me to space. I'll do it.
Like
I'll do it. I wouldn't be any better than sending them to space, but I'll do it.
Like I said, we're approaching the point where it's like space. It's like okay. Reaching space was something that we never thought that we could do. Yep. And then we did it, okay?
And then we did it and also went to the moon within 10 years of doing it.
Exactly. And
it's
it's like
crazy.
Like that's one thing to where it's like, holy shit, that's wild. Yep. And so it's like, next thing, Mars, okay? Mm-hmm. We go to Mars. So now going to space isn't as impressive as we think it is anymore.
Well, not like it was to the people back then.
Yeah. And so now we're like, oh yeah, we've done that.
Yeah.
That's just like we've managed to jump off the little rock that is our planet and leave. We've managed to do that.
Yeah.
Which is wild. But now it's no longer really impressive to then reach outside of Earth.
That scope, yeah.
Yeah. So now it's like, oh, Katy Perry and all of them went to space, and it's just like, in my opinion, I'm like,
why the fuck do I care?
Why should I care? Why should I care? I'm going to care more about like maybe like if we're gonna send 100 people to Mars. I'm gonna care more about that because I'm like that shit's wild.
An advancement.
Katy Perry going to space. Why? My immediate thought: why is she going to space?
Yeah, I didn't even know that they were doing it until I saw the clip of her kissing the ground. I'm like, what? What the fuck happened? Yeah. Like she was in space.
Yeah, like.
And then I'm like, how long was she there? And then I see, oh, she was only okay. Well, that explains why I didn't hear about it happening because it just happened.
Yeah, like it's
interesting.
My first thought: why is she going to space?
Yeah.
Like, but then my first thought thinking about the 100 people going to Mars. Those are some brave people. Like. Mm-hmm. Those people are going to go down in history.
Yeah.
Katy Perry going to space. I'm sorry, Katy Perry, but so many people have gone to space before you.
Yeah, and you're not doing anything with it.
Yeah, I mean,
like, hearkening back to, I'm a big proponent of, like, keep funding the space stuff.
Yeah.
Because it is not nearly as much money compared to, like, the national budget, I guess. Whatever, all the other stuff they spend it on, But that's not doing anything.
Yeah. Like, I'm not trying to hate on Kate. I guess I was technically just completely hating on Katy Perry.
And you know what? Maybe it is hose mad again. And we are hose that are mad again.
And we didn't go to space.
I think we're justified.
I think.
Because, like, why are we doing this?
This is also just the opinion of people that have no money saying this. And we're just.
That have no money and also utilize Amazon services.
Yeah. Like.
So I guess they've got us there. Huh?
Yeah, I don't know. I just like.
Well, fuck.
You get to a point with celebrities to where it's like, they almost lose touch with what reality actually is, and it's like, I'm not saying all celebrities honestly don't,
because they don't. Not all of them do.
Yeah, and like I'm sure being a celebrity comes with its own stresses. Yep. Like you can't really go out in public anymore. You can't really do anything like that. And it's
they should have sent Jack Black as Steve up.
I would have cared then. Like, I'm not going to lie. I would have cared then.
It's kind of funny. But it also accomplishes the same amount of nothing.
Exactly. So it's like, I would have cared more if, like, Katy Perry was a part of the first expedition to build a really big, like...
Yeah, because they're doing something with it.
Yeah, to, like just build
a thing
something.
on Mars, yeah.
Like, I don't know why we haven't made our own... I mean, like, we have a space station, but I don't know why we don't have a, like... Hey, here's a station
They're
to where we can...
They're bringing down the space station soon, too, aren't they?
How are they gonna do that? Just let it crash?
You can shoot it down with an F-15 again.
What do you mean again?
Oh, an well, okay, not the ISS. F-15s have shot down a satellite, which is crazy. I'm gonna look. You keep talking. Entertain them.
Like it's, man. I keep thinking of sci-fi movies, and it's like space stations, but I guess it's more of like the commercial. But it's like we're at a point where I feel like this could be way more commercial than it is. But it's like they're hesitating.
Yeah. Okay. So the ISS is scheduled to be deorbited and crash into the Pacific Ocean in 2031.
They're gonna lose every single bit of technology that's on that boat or that's on that ship.
Why are they doing it though?
They're probably gonna build a new one that's probably better. But I don't know why they wouldn't just leave it up there.
Well, because space junk.
Well, I would connect it.
There's a lot of shit flowing around in space that's just not being used anymore.
Like, I would just...
Why space?
Like, the whole idea of, like, big ships and all that stuff, like, sending into space, like, the amount of energy that would cost to do that.
Okay. Why are they not keeping it in orbit? Station's components are aging. The cost of maintaining it is high, and it is impossible to keep it in orbit indefinitely due to atmospheric drag, which I did not think about, but that's a real thing.
So like wait, what?
Atmospheric drag. We just said in the last episode that that you are a scientist. You are a scientist with degree.
Well, okay.
So you tell us about atmospheric drag now.
I'm guessing like atmospheric drag would probably be because it's probably on the cusp of our atmosphere because it's in orbit. It's still getting some of our atmosphere, so it's still technically getting like rust.
It's still getting pulled
like,
down to Earth.
Well, yeah, it's still getting pulled down to Earth, but also like it's still coming into contact with like our oxygen and all that stuff, and oxygen does stuff to metal with the combination of water, like H2O and stuff like rust and all that. So I guess it's still technically getting like...
And this is coming
but it just takes longer because it's not fully in our atmosphere.
So yes, I will choose to believe you blindly. This is coming from the mouth of a highly qualified scientist, ladies and gentlemen. 30 years of experience in the field.
I've been studying space since the womb.
He's been to space.
I've been in space 4 times.
Actually, like the Red Bull guy that like jumped from space down back to Earth, that was him. He did that.
I forgot that happened.
Well, you did it. How could you?
Yeah, forget? I did it. How could I forget? I've done so much in my life.
He's done so much. He's done so much for Red Bull.
Give me a break. Like,
yeah.
That's so wild. Of course, Red Bull would be the people that do that.
Red Bull's fire, dude. Red Bull does so much crazy shit. I love it.
But yeah, I'm just interested, like, our depictions of, like, space and all that stuff. Even when it comes to, like, the idea of artificial gravity, that stuff. Like, I was talking to Dennis about this because I was like, how the fuck would artificial gravity work? Like, would we use magnets on like our clothes?
I've never thought about this actually.
Yeah, because think about it. Like Star Wars, all of a sudden they're able to just walk normally in like their ships.
Well, isn't there like, fuck, maybe it's in the new Alien movie. It's like it's probably in a lot of movies. It's like if it's spinning at a certain like pace or whatever, or rotating, it like creates the gravity like that kind of.
Yeah, it's basically like the you know how
is that how it would actually work, or is that just what movies do?
That is a way that it can work. Okay. I'm not entirely sure about the physics of it.
I feel like that would be a maintenance nightmare, though.
Oh yeah, it totally would. Like, well, also think about it. When you're in space, you don't really have that much drag. Like, you don't really have that much like friction on your actual body. So I mean, like, I guess it could work out theoretically speaking, just using physics and like centripetal force or whatever it is. I guess you could do that. I was thinking of like you could probably use magnets on like your clothes or like mainly maybe your shoes or whatever.
Magnet boots.
Yeah, like magnetized boots that go to one magnetized floor of like your, you know, but that wouldn't really solve like blood flow and all that stuff. Like the actual.
I think we should put metal in our blood and that'll keep us anchored.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Yep. We just start putting magnets in our blood.
Put metal in the food that we eat, and then we eat the metal, and we can be heavy.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep, that's what we're gonna do.
That's what we're gonna do.
That's what we're gonna do.
We're gonna shit out magnets.
Well, it's gonna stay in our body.
It's gonna come out at some point.
It's in the bloodstream.
Yeah, but you were talking about putting it in the food.
It's true.
Also, do you know how much poisoning we would probably get from that?
No, we wouldn't get poisoned.
We would totally get poisoned.
No, we wouldn't.
That's what they didn't say that about mercury.
Okay.
And then
riddle me this: the guy that ate a Cessna 172. Okay, if he could do it, we can too. Okay, How about that? How about that? How about you eat a King Air, Will? Huh?
What?
How about you eat a King Air, like that guy, but it's a bigger plane?
Can you just stop saying odd shit?
What do you mean?
Stop saying odd shit.
What do you mean? The guy ate a 172. Why can't you eat a King Air?
Man,
I'll eat a 747. I won't do that, actually.
Yeah.
That's bad.
That would be so
Too
bad
big
for your teeth.
Too big. Well,
you chip so many teeth.
Well, no, you grind it down and you put it in your food and you eat it. That's how he did it.
Oh, yeah. I guess. Would you eat all the fuel?
This is a guy did this. I'm not, like, making this up.
So he
like,
actually,
a guy did this.
Grinded it down and put it into his food. How long did it take him to finish it?
I don't know. I think he died.
Probably, like, not even a quarter in.
Well, and it wasn't because of the plane, obviously. Because eating a plane would never kill you.
Yeah.
Guy who
he somehow developed metal cancer.
Michael Lotito. Oh, Cessna 150, but that's like the same thing. Died 17th of April 2006 in Grenoble, France. He was 55. Oh. No, it's fine. Okay, so he ate it from 1978 to 1980. We're just on our phones. What are you looking up?
I'm pulling up a centripetal force space station.
Okay, we're on our phones, guys. Highly riveting content.
Because I didn't really think about
Latito.
So,
natural causes. Idiot. He died of natural causes, not eating the plane.
Were natural causes developed by?
No, obviously not.
Because people could label cancer as a natural cause, but that could also be developed by other things.
He died 26 years after he finished eating it.
Oh, he finished it?
Yeah, he finished it.
Then he just died of natural causes then.
Yeah, he didn't. Yeah, he died of natural causes, you liberal. Fucking woke media telling you can't eat planes and you can, okay? The woke media doesn't want you to eat planes, but you can. Revolt. Maybe eat a boat.
Because of Elon Musk, they're not letting us eat planes anymore.
Dude, Elon Musk is trying to get people to eat the planes. And the freaking people over at CNN don't want you eating planes.
Only watch Fox News. They'll tell you what.
Fox News, they're going to have... I actually heard they're doing this segment where sometimes in the morning shows they have a person on to tell you how to cook food. The guy...
Do they?
I don't know.
Oh.
I do know, and they do.
Yes, you watch.
This is factual. I watch them every day, and they do this. But the guy's going to come on, and he's going to teach you how to eat plane parts. Okay? So...
you have tears.
So,
you got me totally tears.
And then after that, maybe if you're bold enough, you buy demilitarized jet, and then you eat the jet.
Could do that too.
Maybe you eat F-14 Tomcat. Maybe you do that.
Could do that as well.
Anyways, so back to my point. He didn't die from eating the plane. So we're gonna eat the magnets, and we're gonna get stuck to the ground on the spaceship. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when you go back to Earth, you might explode and die.
Yeah, because
so
your body
don't go
can't.
back to Earth. But
stay in space. Earth's
stay
gone.
in space. Anyways, we're gonna go to Mars. So we're gonna be on the first 100. I'm gonna teach the people how to eat the magnets, and then we're gonna be good.
gonna teach them how to eat the sand too.
Yep.
All right. So in the context of rotating space station,
which we don't need because we're gonna eat magnets. But go ahead.
Centripetal force is the inward force that pulls objects towards the center of the station's rotation, preventing them from flying off in a straight line due to inertia. The force is generated by the rotation of the station is what simulates artificial gravity inside.
Yep.
Yeah. My mind was going way more complicated than what it needed to be because I was like, magnets. Okay, bet. But then I was also
it's not
like,
complicated because you just eat them and you're done.
Well, I also was like, what if we get an object that has such deep, matter
that's like dense enough to just weigh us down.
Yeah, that's what it creates its own little like gravitational pull, which would simulate the amount of pounds.
Every human is gonna eat a miniature black hole. And that will keep us grounded.
You know what would be interesting? What if we're able to simulate a black hole, like make a miniature one, and then use the gravitational force from that to generate fuel?
Okay, so number one,
like a black hole core.
Number one, all joking aside, let's not make a black hole because that would not end well.
I think we've done that.
Have we?
I think we've made miniature black holes from particle colliders, and like weird shit.
That's terrifying.
Well, because the point of them is to like combine, like literally collide particles and see what comes out of it.
Okay.
That's literally the whole point
of
them, and I think they've done that.
Interesting. I'm still gonna be on the side of let's not make black holes.
I also don't think we should make black holes. I think we should do nuclear reactors and stuff.
Yeah,
more of those.
Sure,
we could definitely do that, and it'll be safe.
Let's not make black holes. Is this another hose mad situation? Are we mad that we can't make the black holes?
Hose mad that they can't make black holes.
Real. Yeah, so I'm going to say we shouldn't make black holes. We shouldn't make dinosaurs again. Cool as it would be to see a T-Rex.
I'm trying to remember. I watched a Huge If True episode. So, do you know what Huge If True is?
Mm-mm.
It's a science show. I forget her name, but it's a girl that runs the whole thing.
Okay.
Super smart. Mm-hmm. Like, this is the woman that should have been sent to space.
Okay.
Like one of those. She used to work at Vox.
And she will tell you to eat the magnets. Go on.
She will definitely tell you to not. But you know the channel Vox?
Yeah.
So she used to work for them.
Okay.
And then she was like, I kind of have ideas of my own. So she went and started her own thing. And then she's like, all of her stuff is science. Like, what is CERN doing at their particle collider?
Super collider,
yeah, like what are they doing there? And she literally went there and toured and gave a whole like vlog video essentially. Also like what are NASA's new space suits like? And she got invited to go down and test them out and all that stuff. That's pretty sick. And pretty much like all of that. That's her thing. So she did a video talking about the CERN. I still don't know if this specifically CERN.
I know about the CERN super collider purely because of Big Bang Theory.
So this, like, audience, you're probably not gonna be able to see this, but this was the size of the original. I don't have the particular.
Okay.
And then this is the second one that they made. See how it's like 10
and
times
I'm seeing
bigger?
Another line that looks like it's
and then
10
this
times
is
the size
then this
of
is
that.
the current one.
Dear Lord.
And then this is the one they're making right now. It's 8 times bigger than the one that we have now, and it's probably going to be the size that it's going to be under Geneva, I think.
Okay, so everyone watching that didn't see that, get fucked. But it's pretty insane. What did you look up? CERN super collider.
CERN new collider. Okay. The biggest machine in science inside the fight of the next giant. Your privacy is your choice. I accept all cookies, I guess, because
you know the thing in Spider-Verse that Kingpin was doing.
The thing should be European. I'm sorry to completely butcher what you were saying. The laboratory. So the European Physics Laboratory CERN. I'm sorry. Hold on. Is planning to build a mega collider by 2070.
Okay.
So that thing's not going to be done until 2070. We're still going to be alive, but if we're going to be like, I'm
going to be alive.
I got to pay a subscription to read news.
Yes, and there's a great website. 12-foot, look up 12-foot ladder website. I'm going to plug this because I love that thing. If you look up 12-foot ladder website and you put in an article link, it will remove like ads in like paywalls from it most of the time.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to find.
Will is a really bad podcaster. He's too addicted to his phone.
Is that, and also, I mean, like, we kind of go into these kind of off the cuff, so it's like
Yeah,
not a lot of preparation.
And we're also not going to put it on the screen for you because we don't want you to see what we're looking at.
When we get our own Jamie, we'll do that.
Because we're bad podcasters.
Well, when we get our own Jamie, I'll be like, Jamie, pull up a picture of this man's balls.
When we get a producer, I want to call them like an inanimate object.
Hey, Square. Hey, Cube.
Like the Yard that we were talking about, their producer, they call him Zipper.
Zipper's a cool nickname.
Yeah.
It sounds like a nickname.
Also keep him anonymous too, but like, because he's an ethereal floating zipper man, so he's Zipper.
Does it cut to him and please tell me it's just a zipper?
No.
Oh.
I don't know what he looks like actually.
That'd be funny as hell.
But I want to call them something along those lines because I think that's hilarious.
Trying to find where it says that it's going to be, but it's like it looks like it's completely swallowing Geneva.
Interesting.
The size of it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I mean, like, they could totally make a black hole there.
Anyways, I don't know what I was gonna say. I was gonna say something about eating the metal again. But I was just gonna say eat metal.
How would you think about this idea? This is just me pitching Nick something now. What if we do think about it.
Tell me now. Tell me your pitch now.
We get famous, all right?
Okay.
Just like we're inevitably
Okay. Sure.
Get famous.
It's gonna happen. Step 2.
It's gonna happen within a month. Okay, we're gonna make six figures a month. All right. We make clothes.
We make clothes.
Clothes
for your body.
Yes.
Yes.
And your dogs.
Okay. You're losing me.
Okay. And basically,
bring it back. Come on.
Half of all the proceeds are just gonna go charity.
Okay. Clothes for your dog.
And you.
But for your dog also.
Yeah. All goes to charity. Well, not all of it. Probably like 3/4. We still need some money to like.
Okay. I don't want to do dog clothes.
Why not?
I don't know. I don't want to. I think all dogs should not wear clothes unless it's a Josh Allen jersey.
What about the dogs with like literally no hair? They deserve warmth.
Don't make me feel bad. Don't do that.
I'm gonna be like one of those commercials that play every time it's Christmas or Thanksgiving.
No, not the sad oh my god.
Dogs. I'm gonna make you watch
the
it.
ASPCA commercials. Oh my god, I feel so bad.
I have a dog. I'm doing my part. Stop making me want to adopt 20 more.
All the cats I've ever had in my lifetime have been rescues, quote unquote. Because
are the adoptions of your cats a product of those commercials?
No.
People definitely.
So I had when I was younger and before I was born, my parents had 2.
Yeah.
Because this is gonna be a whole story. So when my parents were still in Buffalo, at my mom's parents' house, they used to have one of the like above ground pools.
Yeah.
And there was like a little deck, and there was a cat that was like coming around and going under the deck, and it would keep coming up, and my mom's mom would feed it and that, and it came in one night, and she like let it kind of sleep in the basement.
Yeah. And
then the next day, there's kittens with her. So and my parents take 2 of them.
Yeah.
And so those are the 2 that I had growing up. One of them ran away while we were in Buffalo. Because my dad opened the garage door to take the trash out. She ran out and she never came back.
Oof.
And then my other one moved to the new house with us and died when she was like 19 and a half. So she had a long ass life.
Yeah, I was about to say that was
great. 2017, I want to say it's like November, and at my middle school, the school that's like right next to where we went to high school, at the rectory building, there was a cat that had kittens, and there was a whole litter, and the one that we got was the runt. Like, he was tiny, he kept getting pushed out, so we ended up taking him, and like he was our cat. Also, The irony of that is he was the runt, and I saw them all. He was tiny compared to them. He is fat as fuck now. He is a big ass cat. And then we got
Garfield.
And then that same school year, so like 6 months later in May, we're at a softball game because it's like the championship, whatever, at our school, and someone found a cat on the side of the road, and it doesn't have a tail. It's got like a little nub tail. Its nose was like bloody a little bit. And so we're trying to figure out what to do with it. We just happened to we borrowed a cat carrier because we were taking our other cat to the vet. We had that in the back of our van. So we were like, we're going to take him home because we've got the cat carrier and then go from there. Yeah. And then we ended up keeping him too. Okay. That one that we found in May died a few months ago, back in like November. Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure he ate some shit that he wasn't supposed to. And they didn't find it until it was too late. Wow. So he passed away. Now these other two cats that we just got, one of the PE teachers from my middle school, her brother found them outside his house. There were 3 of them, no mama, no whatever. Yeah. And so we were originally going to take one of them.
Did you end up taking all 3?
No, we took 2 of them. Oh, because there was because we were going to take a boy cat too, because girl cats are mean. Girl cats are kind of assholes. Yeah. They're kind of mean, and the boy cats are lovey. So we were going to take a boy, and then someone else thinking...
You good?
I just made a really weird noise out of my mouth.
Thinking
that one of them was a girl. So, okay, there's the 3 of them, right? There's the 2 boys. We ended up taking the 2 boys, and then there's the 1 girl. They thought one of the ones that we took was a girl, and someone else was going to take her, and then it ended up not being a girl, and then there was some other reason why that other person didn't take that one. So my mom convinced my dad to take the 2 of them. So now we have 3 cats, and the one is fat as fuck. He's not like fat, but he's a big cat, and he's like double the size of them. Ugh. They're tiny, and he's double their size.
His greed sickens you.
Oh my god. I don't know if I ever sent you a video of him doing it, but he will go to his food bowl, like the dry food, scoop it out with his paw, and eat it out of his paw.
It's like that one clip of the cat going...
Yeah, it's that, except he only does it with the 1 paw.
That's funny.
And he will also do it with water.
What?
Yeah.
Huh. So
he'll dip his paw in and lick his paw. Huh. And maybe it's like to clean it or something better, but I'm like, what are you doing, dude? I'm like, you're being fucking weird.
See, I've like my family, we used to have cats when I was like really young, but then they died before I could really
know them.
Yeah, so I've been nothing but a dog dude the whole time. But like my cousin, she gets cats. And like she got these 2 cats when they were kittens, and the boy, I just vibe with the boy, dude. Yeah, like I've been holding him like I would carry him ever since he's been like a kitten. And at one point I didn't see him for a couple months, and he got big. Yeah, and I picked him up, and he immediately was like, "This guy, I know this guy," and he would play with my chain and shit. Yeah.
There's
like those make me want to get cats.
Yeah, cats are sweet. But there's like a great example. My grandma, my mom's mom still. It was like a different thing, but she had 2 cats too, and they were brother and sister, a boy and a girl. I don't remember what happened or why it is, but the boy cat was like blind in one of his eyes. And it looked crazy. Like it looked like a glassy eye, but he was so sweet. Yeah. And actually, they called him Stevie for Stevie Wonder. Oh, yeah. He's blind, but he was so sweet. And the girl cat was, oh my God, she was a hissy fit. And she loved my grandma. And my grandpa too, when he was alive. Like, she loved the 2 of them, like, a lot. But everyone else she was kind of, like, wary of. Yeah. And then the boy cat, Stevie, and they both died like a few years ago, but he died like a year or so before her. And she like finally started opening up to like us after that. But like, dude, the girl cats are mean. They're fucking ruthless sometimes, dude.
Does it just mirror some form of reality to
I don't know,
some
man.
point?
I don't know.
Because I have a sister and she can be a bitch to me sometimes.
Maybe. I don't know.
But I also can't tell if I'm pissing her off sometimes. So it's
Let's
like,
say as someone with 2 younger sisters, you are definitely pissing her off in some way, shape, or form.
yeah, but also it's like I could literally
am too.
Like I could literally just be doing nothing. No, like literally, like I'll just be sitting there doing something. I'll be like, "Hey, did you see?" And then just shut up. I'm just like,
I think it's just an older sibling thing.
it could be an older sibling thing.
Because I am definitely the instigator. I'll just say, "Hey, why do you look like that?"
I mean, I also say that to my sister. I'm like, "Hey, you ugly today."
I'm like, I don't even say they're ugly. I'm like, "Hey, why do you look like that?
Oh.
Why do you make the conscious decision to have your face look like that?" Which, now that I'm saying it not to them, sounds kind of mean.
Well, you're supposed to be mean to your siblings.
But yeah, I mean, they give it back to me, so it's okay.
Yeah, don't throw what you can't catch.
They give it back to me, so it's good.
Yeah, yeah. Women can be mean. I don't talk to them.
Women are scary.
Women, I'm scared of women.
They're scary.
I don't like talking
They're
to them.
scary.
They're scary. Dude, I made that joke at work once, and people started giving me looks, and I was like, okay, wait a second, guys, I'm not like
I'm not for real.
I can talk to women.
I can't.
Guys.
I can't.
Hey Peter.
Hey, Peter.
Hey Peter. I can talk to women.
Hey,
Okay.
Peter. Hey, Peter.
I'm also Flynn from Skylanders. Hey, Skylanders.
Skylanders.
Hey, we're gonna get that chaos.
Chaos.
We gotta listen to Ego.
There you go. Oh, there you go.
Gotta listen to
There
Ego.
you go.
Spyro.
Spyro. Hey, what you doing?
How do you fly?
You've got a really good one. I like how yours sounds.
Yeah.
I don't think mine's great.
Dude, I'll be playing Rivals and I'll be like, hey Dennis.
Dennis.
I want to go, I want to go through the frost. I want to play healer. You're going Moon Knight?
Moon Knight.
Pussy.
Pussy boy!
Yeah, I can actually do it pretty well.
That's great.
Just from practicing it, you can get it pretty well. Dude, I saw a video this morning of him with his 3 sons, and they all have that voice.
Really?
Yeah, so one of them just had a kid.
I don't think I knew he had kids.
He has like 3 sons, and he's like talking to one of them as he's holding his kid, and he was like, "Oh man, look at that baby, man, look at that baby." And then his son goes, "Such a beautiful baby," and then another one pops up and he goes, "Dude, you were so ugly when you were a child." And then another one walks up and is like, "Dude,
oh my,
ugly."
dude.
They all have that voice.
Holy shit,
they
dude.
can all do it. If I can find that video, I'll show it to you. But they all do it. Imagine being in a house with 4 of them.
You know what? It would be really funny if they started a cult and talked like that.
It'd be funny if they had a podcast and like people listening to it just think they're listening to the same person.
It's like, oh, this guy's solo.
It's like, damn, this is a solo podcast.
It's like, oh, his voice is a little high, more pitched when he's talking about this, but I guess it's the same person still.
Yeah, like, I just love
I love it.
Man, that voice is just so iconic. It's like, the poison for Cusco. Cusco is poison. Man. Dude, that's a voice that is going to stay around for a while.
Yep.
It's rare when you find people that have a voice like that.
Do so much stuff.
Do so much. Man, I would love to have him on the podcast.
Casey case him a little bit.
Dude, I would love to have him do the intros. Like, you know how Distractable has an intro?
Oh, yeah, that guy that talks like that. That would be fire.
It's like, and Billy Bob.
Yeah, he did custom every
time.
The
Wondrous Wade.
Wondrous Wade.
I've thought about talking to...
Multiplicitous Mark.
The multiplicity of Mark. And with, like, the music in the background, too. I've thought about talking to someone to do... like intros like that for us.
Who?
A girl, probably.
Okay.
What if we make it like a white girl? Like,
how about you do it?
Like, time to go.
How about you do it?
With I don't know. With a Notorious Nick and Wonderful Will.
Do you know Gabriel Iglesias?
Oh,
he's a comedian.
I've heard of him.
But he does this like girl voice. That's like a valley girl voice.
Oh my god.
It's so. Have you heard it?
No.
You need to hear
Pull
it.
it up.
Oh my
but yeah,
dude, it's so fucking funny.
I feel like I want to have a girl do the intro. Be like, he's like, hey guys, from Nintendo Switch 2 to Katy Perry going into space. This is time to go with Will and Nick. Enjoy the show.
If I want TikTok to load,
I could totally get a girl. Like I could totally find one. Dude, I could probably get Caroline to do it.
Will she?
I've talked to her about possibly doing some stuff for the podcast, and she was like, maybe.
Yeah, listen, like.
My voice is for evil, man. I won't lie. If I don't have my way, like when I go to drive-thrus and they screw up my order, oh, I'm evil.
Oh wait, Fluffy?
Yeah, Fluffy.
Okay, you should have said Fluffy.
I should have said Fluffy.
Hold on, wait. Pull up the volume so that way I can, like, they can hear it too. Cause it's a little.
I'll come on the speaker. I got a fantastic burger. How can I help you? And I'll do this. Hello, sir.
Whoa.
Please have a double cheeseburger, not a fries, and a shake.
Like you can hear him, but still,
Yeah.
that's like.
Yeah.
Oh my God, yes. Thank you, pull up to the window. And I pull up. Oh, they're not expecting me.
But I want that voice doing our shit. How fucking funny that would be.
I was thinking, like, I could definitely try to get Caroline to do some,
should've said Fluffy.
and because I've brought up to her like, what if you could be like our Stevie?
Uh-huh.
And she was like, maybe, because I was like, you won't be on camera at all. Like,
Yeah.
you'd literally just be off camera. And she was like, maybe, but I also think she's probably like,
Shmeep shmop.
eh.
Maybe I'll get doing what I was doing for months.
Maybe I'll get
Shmeep
my dad to do
Shmeep
it.
shmop.
It's just like my dad's voice.
Mm-hmm.
I would say is my voice, but just a tiny bit deeper.
Yeah.
It's literally
Yeah.
so
You
it
can
would
hear
be
it.
like, it would be like, hey guys.
That's kind of what me and my dad are like. There are several, like, it literally happened last night, several occasions where we call family.
Yeah.
Like, not FaceTime, like, on the phone. And I say, like, hello or something, and they start talking to me like I'm my dad.
Word.
Yeah.
Word. That's why sometimes when I talk to family, I'll kind of raise my voice a little bit. But then if I'm laid back, I'm like, yo, what's up?
Yeah.
Like, how we doing?
No, I just talk. They can figure it out. I think it's
Yeah.
hilarious. Like, you can figure it out, bud.
Dude, did I show you the picture of my dad when he was young?
No.
And I was
you
like,
told me about it, but I want to see it.
yeah, because he went back to where he grew up, which I guess would technically be home. I don't know. But he went back there to see his friends, and people would always say that me and my dad look alike, and I just wouldn't really see it. I see it now.
Yeah.
Still don't. This is my dad.
Yeah, he looks like you.
Yeah. It's
audio
like,
listeners,
I was like,
again, get fucked. You're not.
I could probably.
We're not going to show you that.
We're not.
If you want to.
I don't really think.
I'm just playing a
no,
prank.
no. I don't think
Probably not a good idea.
Yeah, I don't think.
But no, I can see that. I still don't
Yeah.
see how I look like my dad.
You got to find one.
I can
picture.
see it a little bit, and I do have to find a picture. But like, dude, so I've like it happens at the airport a lot actually, where I'll like be with him and walking, and someone who doesn't know they don't know who I am. Like they know who he is, but they don't know who I am. So they don't know we're related. Will say, "You two look alike," and this has happened several times.
Oh really?
And I'm like, oh, and he's like, oh yeah, like that. He's my son, and they're like, oh, that makes sense. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, is it that? Like, look, have you seen my dad?
I've never seen your parents.
Really?
I've known you for almost 5 years.
You have to have at some point.
I've never seen anyone in your family.
Okay, maybe I should show you pictures.
Yeah, like you,
But
like
no,
the
I'm like-
background. You're just like I just take it as it is.
Oh,
like I
shit.
just take your word
That's how I operate.
because
So,
you're like, yeah, I'm Italian, and I'm like, okay.
No one knows the shit I do behind closed doors.
You're like, yeah, my family's Italian. I'm like,
I shouldn't
okay.
say that. That wasn't a good idea.
You go to Buffalo, and I'm like, okay.
Yep, Italian. Go to Buffalo.
You're like, yeah, me and my dad look alike. I'm like, yeah, okay. I just take it
don't
as
see
it is.
I'm gonna show you a picture of him after, and I'm gonna see what you think. But I don't see it. I see it a little bit,
Dude.
but I don't.
You know what we should do? We should get another mic and have my dad on.
Okay.
Or then we could have your dad on sometimes. If he's interested.
Interesting.
And then we'll pull the couch that's over there, pull it right here in between us, and they could sit right there, and we could be like, "Yo, what's up? How we doing?" You know.
Yeah, I'm gonna see. I'm gonna show you a picture after. I'm gonna see what you think.
I don't know if my dad would be interested in being in them. Like I bet he can definitely be like.
My dad's too busy.
Oh really? My dad's not busy.
He's doing a lot of stuff.
I think my dad's waiting for me to get rich and famous.
Gonna live off of you,
dude. I know my family is just like, they're kind of looking at me and they're like, he definitely has the potential.
Will's gonna do something.
Dude. My mom's been telling me for years.
But
that,
what
like,
will he do?
That's literally
what
it.
will he do?
But yeah, no, my mom, she's been telling me for years, like, ever since you were little, I could tell you're gonna do something. I've just been curious as to what it's gonna be, and I just feel like my family is just kind of like, it'll happen.
What did you want to be growing up?
I wanted to do movies. I wanted to tell stories. That's been my number, like, ever since, like, I remember it was 4th grade, and I was like, I want to write stories. And I've been writing stories ever since.
Yeah.
That's been my thing. Like, entertain. Technically, like, just, like, entertain or, like, write stories. That's been my thing since. What about you?
It's been planes. Always, pretty much.
Dude, when you get to a point in life to where you're like, that's what I want to do.
And did you ever have a moment where you, like, specifically thought, this is what I want to do?
Yeah.
Okay. As I haven't had that.
Oh, really?
It's just, like, I've never had that moment. It's just, I know that's just what my goal is.
Just fly planes?
Yeah.
What if something else comes along to where you're like, this actually seems like it would be more fun to do?
That's happened.
I bet like I could definitely, I'll probably have a moment that'll come along to where I'm like, that seems like more fun. But then my mind goes, I could just do both.
Yeah.
That's the way my mind kind of works.
The other thing I've always thought about, like, I would love to work in any capacity for, like, the Bills or the Sabres. Like, my two favorite, like, sports team, like, in any capacity. Like, just being able to work there, like, being, like, a rink crew or, like, the grounds or something. Like, that's legitimately the other thing that I thought I would want to do. But then I'm like, but fly planes also.
We'll make that a time to go episode where you can do that.
Where I can do what?
Where you can work there
okay.
for like a day or so.
Well, I could probably play on the Sabres hockey team because they are not good. So I could exceed that and I could just play a game with them.
We'll do a bucket list thing. I don't know what mine would be if I were to be like one thing. I've had an idea where, like, hopefully if this ever does happen, we can come back to this very episode and be like, he fucking said this.
Yep.
We're like, yeah, the whole thing about buying Disney, I think it would be a fun thing to, like, here's what I think the game plan should be, okay? We make enough money off this to where we're able to, like, get like a warehouse, okay? And then we start hiring local, like, animators.
Okay.
And we start making our own animated movies and stuff like that. And we develop a reputation to where I could start it into its own business almost, and then accumulate money off of that, start all these little projects and just accumulate more and more money off of it. And then I could eventually buy Disney like that. And then I just, like, kind of, like, consume my own little company and just build off and just keep doing that.
I love you and you are very ambitious and I support that, but the mouse is going to crush you.
I'm going to buy the mouse.
Do about it. Nope.
I'm going to buy the mouse.
Nope.
Watch me.
Nope.
If within my lifetime and within your lifetime, you're gonna watch me own Disney and be CEO.
Yeah, and I'm gonna fly an F-14 Tomcat, and that's gonna happen.
Mark this episode.
I do want to fly I would kill a man to fly in a Tomcat, but it's never gonna happen.
20 years down the road, people are gonna come back to this exact episode and be like, they fucking knew it.
You fucking knew it, because I don't, and the mouse is gonna crush you.
The mouse isn't going to.
The mouse is going to make you eat metal.
I'm going to own the mouse.
Okay, sure.
Isn't the mouse now, like, public domain?
The Steamboat Willie version
Willie
of it.
is.
That specific version of it is.
Yeah. No. I guess what I'd have to do is, like, it's a whole step.
Yeah.
It's a whole, like.
So is that your bucket
process.
list thing, buying Disney?
I think once you buy Disney, you have the most influence underneath the president. Because then you could literally do anything.
Probably.
Well, not anything, but, like, you could literally, like.
Well, you could do a lot of stuff and get away with it.
Well, I'm not planning
not
on,
that
like,
you would, but you could.
I'm just saying I would utilize the power of Disney differently.
Okay.
And more benefactorily towards people.
Okay. The first thing I want you to do, I want you to make those turkey legs, not $20 or whatever the hell they are.
Yeah, I don't know how the hell they get away. Like, it's...
You know how they get away with it?
What?
Because they're good.
Yeah.
They are amazing. They are awesome, and they are delicious.
I'd have to sit down and be like, why the fuck is everything so expensive? Oh,
'cause
y'all are making bad movies now, so you got to up the prices to compensate?
Everything's expensive because people are going to buy it no matter what.
Yeah, I feel like they make
you might be able to fix the movies.
Well, they do spend like $20,000 on fireworks every night or something like that. It's some crazy.
I'm pretty sure this is true. They are the world's second largest like customer or purchaser of like explosives of any kind behind the United States military. And it's because they buy so many damn fireworks.
That's so...
But the fireworks shows are cool. They are actually cool.
They're cool.
They're cool.
They just...
Your first part, you need to go in and you need to shut down Toy Story 5.
I'm not going to be in office by then.
Fuck. Interesting. They should have stopped after 3.
5 hasn't happened yet.
Nope.
No.
It's going to be like centered around Jesse, which is actually kind of a cool idea because it's like a little different, but it should have ended after 3.
They just don't know how to come up with new shit.
Should have ended after 3. I'm sorry.
I'd probably... My rule of thumb would probably be like if we can make a trilogy, we'll make a trilogy, but that's it.
Just don't milk shit, man.
Like, that's all we're doing.
If you have a good idea to keep it going, sure. But Toy Story 3 was the perfect ending. And you can do shorts around it. You can do little animated series. Don't make another movie. Don't make another 2 movies.
Yeah, like it's...
What are we doing? What are we doing?
See, like my goal would probably be I start my own little animation company.
Mm-hmm.
And it would be like we'd do shorts at first.
Yeah.
And make it all off Blender. So that way I'm not paying for a shit ton of fucking CG softwares and all that stuff like Houdini or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And then I'll start leveling them up to like full-on movies and completely bypass distributions. Pull Taylor Swift, bypass distributions. We become the distribution center and send it to movie theaters.
Okay.
That's what we do.
You bypass Taylor Swift?
No. You know what Taylor Swift did?
What? The remaking her stuff?
No. She made that movie, the documentary thing.
Oh, that's right.
So you go from producer to distributor to theaters. Yep. She completely cut out distributor and went straight. Like she became the distributor and went straight. Which it's smart as hell.
It's very smart. Yeah.
Smart to do, and it pissed off a lot of Hollywood because
good.
Yeah, that's literally so. Like we become the distributors, and then we do that.
Okay, I like that. Okay.
Yeah, that's essentially what I would do, and I would probably. Like making enough money off of it, I make separate teams of animators and be like, we're gonna make like 5 movies this year. Each one of them though are gonna be well thought out. So like this is not gonna be like some quantity over quality thing. We're gonna have quantity with quality.
Okay.
And then we just make more money off of that, some good box office numbers, and then that'll feed into my ability to buy Disney.
All right.
And yeah.
Still not buying Disney.
I'm gonna buy Disney. I'm gonna make full-on movies and put them on YouTube.
Sure.
That's what's gonna happen.
Sure you are.
That's what's gonna happen.
Sure you are.
Mark my words, in 20 years.
All right. We've been going for a while.
How long is it?
It's been like an hour 10.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, any last things?
You know how the Chick-fil-A houses eat more chicken?
Yeah.
Nick says eat more metal, kiddos.
Eat more metal.
Eat more metal.
Eat more metal.
And that's what I'll leave you with.
Yep. All right. Like, comment, subscribe, send this to your friend and to your grandma. Your grandma's going to love us. Absolutely adore us.
Start putting metal in your grandmother's food.
Don't do that. All right.
Do it.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.